Many years ago, on a 4chan board known as Traditional Games, the text adventure style threads known as quests were popularized. Threads like Drew the Lich and Ruby Quest paved the way for increasingly moronic explorations of quote-unquote stories. In 2010, I began my own 3-day journey into madness. This is a reading of that thread. May God forgive us all.
I am a nameless peon, weak and frail, like a little girl. For many years I have blown like a leaf in the winds of time and things. My goal? To become the hugest of huge. It hasn't worked out so far. I shaved my head because I thought it might make me look less like a little girl. Now I look like some sort of Dragon Ball reject. Also, it makes me slightly easier to draw in most circumstances. What was my name again? All my brain tissue is being sucked into the vacuum of my limp arm noodles. And how do I go about getting the huge that is my destiny? I should also mention that I am poor and do not have a job. I also have a very loose sense of ethics, and I am not above the most heinous of atrocities against mankind.
Start by eating a cup full of raw eggs. That's what Rocky does, or something.
I don't own any eggs. Or anything except these boxers and ill-fitted socks. This isn't even my house. I broke in here to feel sorry for myself.
Your name should be Bulk Squad Thrust.
Is that my name? It doesn't sound like me. Oh, that's right, I don't have a name. But I will earn the right to call myself Bulk. Or Huge! I see some pills on the desk before me. I have no idea whose they are or what they do.
Do a shitload of exercises.
I exercise like a motherfucker. What's this? Some sort of growth on my arm? This must be what men and confused women call a muscle. I forgot to mention that I have never exercised.
Take only half the bottle for safety reasons.
Holy shit! I feel empowered enough to break through this fucking wall on my way to break into someone else's house to steal their food.
Raid someone else's fridge for some fruits and veggies.
I arrive at someone else's house and break inside. Already I feel my belly swell with a Thanksgiving horn-like feast of assorted fruits and vegetables. I have gained the ability, Flex.
Flex. Flex so hard you don't even notice that you're growing tits.
I flex hard enough to notice that yes, my man tits have swelled with rock-hard muscle. I'm not sure what boobs is, but it sounds oddly familiar and alluring.
Tie a bunch of fat kids together and start jumping rope with them.
It is as simple as lathering their legs with sticks of stolen butter. The fat children greedily feast on one another's feet as I continue to huge my destiny.
Pick up the nearest person and start bench pressing like an exercise-crazed motherfucker.
The fat man seems unawares as he jams cheeseburgers into his slovenly harvester maul. I quickly lose interest in the fat man and discard him, long enough to feel a familiar presence.
There is an even huger man coming your way.
Whatever it is, it's huge, and I recognize it. But there can be only one hugest.
She might be huge, but you are at just the right height for a surprise cunt punch followed by a shoryuken.
Oh, gross, it got stuck somehow. Why would you suggest I do that? I don't really get much time to do anything. She begins to speak.
Subject 10, why did you leave the facility?
I hit her with my dry wit. Huge!
You must come with me back to the testing center. If you continue your huge quest, you will become too huge.
She speaks madness. How can you become too huge?
I don't know! Her vice-like kung fu veggie grip releases my foot. Good lord, it's covered in fluids. Kicking her ass seems like a good plan. I'm certainly not going anywhere with anyone that wants me to go back to being a scrawny weakling.
Our suck must be avenged.
She dirtied my now third most valuable possession in the world. I don't know who Bruce Lee is, but something in my mind tells me to go, "Wah!" She does not seem amused.
Run away. You are not huge enough to fight her yet.
Running away and getting more huge sounds... Oh shit!
In the event of being thrown, try to relax as completely as possible. Let the landing impact spread through your huge frame, and reduce the harm to your more rigid parts.
Oh, okay, thanks!
Well, the good side of this is that now you don't have to run, but you still need to get huger. I suggest...
I'm not exactly able to do a whole lot right now. We take the battle of huge to the skies, apparently. A barrage of punches and parries thunder in the sky, like a machine gun of stupidity.
Remove her top, so she must cover up, thus distracting her for a colossal blow.
In one fell swoop, I grapple one of her hands. As I hurl her to the city below, I also remove her top for some reason. I also grasp what boobs and tits are, and I'm happier for it. What should I do now that I'm falling hundreds of feet?
Arrange your muscles into wings that allow you to glide away from her.
I can't do that sort of stuff.
And nameless peon, search deep within you, search for the power of your fate to be huge. You must unlock your huge potential and use it to dick slap her down to the ground again.
You're right. All this outlandish aerial combat has raised me to huge level XL.
Prepare to punch ground, using your huge.
Guns cocked and ready. Huge girl lies in a crater on the streets below. I aim for that. The entire city shakes from the force of huge against huge as I land the finishing blow with my huge XL frame. Boss defeated. XP. Huge. Losses. Tainted side.
Heed my topless words of huge, my massive friend.
I choose to heed her toplessness.
Surely you are the most huge of us now. Perhaps you can destroy our master, the hugest.
The hugest? Surely she jests. None are as large as me.
There is only he. He is the most huge. Train well, nameless one. He awaits you at the facility.
Where is that?
It's the tallest building in the world. The one with huge facility written on it in huge letters.
Oh yeah.
It is good that you did not swallow all of the pills. You must not swallow the remainder until your most dire hour.
Foreboding. I have more questions about who I am and
I can't answer them,
why.
because I have died.
Ah, damn it. I pay my respects with a well-placed honk of her exposed boobies. I must mull on what to do next.
As your hugeness level has increased, so must your dietary supplements to continue supporting this level. As such, you should eat only the most nutritious source of food available. Humans. Start with what's her face.
There's only one grave big enough for her now. Apparently, I am now a cannibal. I did say that I have a very loose sense of ethics. Any sense of reservation I once had is replaced by the tender wash of warm blood and ham-like flavor.
Bench press a building.
Buildings are the only way to huge myself any further. Although a steady nutrition of human might help, or not.
Eating and training montage.
My crimes against humanity have given me the power to fight evil. Wait. Anyway, I have achieved huge level XXL. I am ready to lay siege to the huge facility. Wow, how did I not notice this place before now? It's literally the size of a small moon. Well, looks like I'll have to infiltrate the lower levels, fight through security, find a way to progress up to the top floors while solving puzzles and avoiding traps, to eventually come to the hugest, to put a stop to all this nonsense. Oh, well.
Don't worry, it's just perspective.
Oh, you're probably right, and that plane he crushed was probably just a bird.
When you approach it, you'll see that he's huge, but certainly not as huge as you.
Yeah, let's get a better look at. Yeah, I'm fucked. It looks like huge XXL wasn't enough. This guy is XXXL. What do I do?
Eat buildings. Punch down the puny, itty building.
I do both and work out at the same time. The city is basically destroyed. I mean, a tower the size of a continent just collapsed on top of it. Oh well. I won't let you hurt any more of these people, I yelled to the hugest. I thought that was kind of funny because... never mind.
I see you have grown huge, Subject 10.
Ah, damn it, even his words are huge. I will not be outdone. Huge! There, that should shake him up a bit.
At last you have returned, my son.
Are you my father?
No, you were adopted or something, I can't remember. I was just being... Look, never mind. You escaped our labs before we could complete the process. You had no memory, no future. Only a bottle of stolen catalyst pills. which would set in motion the process whereby you would become huge.
I am huge. I will be the hugest. Caps lock!
Foolish boy, behold! Even my right nipple greatly exceeds your own size. Yes, you see, it was I who began the huge project a huge amount of time ago to create the perfect huge, the ultimate huge in all the hugeness of space and time.
Why?
What?
Why, why this project? I can't imagine how much money it cost. I mean, the skyscraper alone. Why do all this?
I can't really remember, I guess. Let's fight!
It is officially go time!
Down with the pills. Do it. You have to gain more huge before you can best your father.
After several attempts at throwing the bottle of pills at my widening ball past my huge frame, I finally get it into my mouth, where I eat it, plastic pills and all.
Focus hugeness on your legs. He is too far up for you to properly introduce your huge fist to his huge teeth, so you need better leg muscles for jumping capacity.
Focusing my huge, I jump like the Hulk in that movie that didn't do very well at the box office and got rebooted a few years later by an almost equally unsuccessful venture. Why did they even try that? I mean, I know the franchise is a cash cow when it's marketed to children, and they were wanting to ensure they had created enough market traction to... never mind. Huge, I cry, as I fly forth into my final battle. Pills rush through my system. Already I can feel them taking effect. This was not a good plan. I land and manage to bench press his fist to keep myself from being crushed. My huge increases as oh gross, I can see every blemish on his body.
Tell the guy that he really needs to go see a dermatologist.
I run up his arm and through his hair like a meadow of gay oily bullshit. Your skin is like someone wiped a Big Mac on a rhino's ass.
What? This cannot be!
He is too large to swat me off as I leap to his big fat head, grapple with his mustache with one hand, and punch him in his big stupid face repeatedly with the other.
Cut that out! Lord!
His weak points are his eyes.
That gives me an idea, actually.
But, if he could swap you off, how did he make this awesome mustache? I demand this to be explained immediately.
How do you groom your mustache, I ask, as I swing into his nostril.
I rub up against trees!
Oh, he uses the trees. I arrive at the brain, slightly disappointed.
Get out of there! Huge!
What should I do with this thing?
Lick it.
Should I?
Eat it.
I hear it's like eating eggs. The hugest roars as I take a bite. Goes down easy. Before I can do anything else, I feel something take hold. Is it the pills? Or maybe the cannibalism? Or some combination? I think I'm gonna hurl.
You must send a part of yourself inside to battle the hugest's brain.
That would seem more likely if the artist wasn't so lazy. I tumble out of the hugest skull, vomiting on my way out. Somehow the trip seems shorter than the way in.
Well then reach into your stomach and pull the brain out.
It's too late. I feel myself changing, transforming. I've become... Final form, super kawaii. The hugest stumbles retardedly toward me, a blithering dumbass of his former self. Perhaps it is my luxurious mullet flowing in the wind into my piercing blue eyes, but he seems smaller somehow.
He is not smaller, you are become huge.
No, I have become perfectly huge. My huge level, mega huge frame, scrapes the borders of heaven and earth. My hair drifts in the nearly airless expanse of space as the former hugest yips at my heels. He is no longer a threat. I have achieved the end of my huge quest. I am huge incarnate. What do I do with the toy at my feet?
Kick him to the moon. Make a kawaii face while doing so. Focus your huge into gravity and crush him.
I shall do all of these things. First, I kick to the moon. Using my immense gravity, I contort space and time, and send the former Huges through the moon and into the scorching sun at the speed of light. Truly, my big is perfection. This was the perfect Huge in space and time to which the Huges referred. I wonder for a moment if he too usurped his own master as I did mine. But this is inconsequential now, for I am huge. I devour the Earth. I devour the solar system. Soon, only stars can sate my hunger. Through my consumption, I gained the knowledge of billions of civilizations, both lost and annihilated by my huge. I surpass even physical law, and soon, only galaxies will satisfy my hunger. And after that, beyond. For I have earned my name. I am huge!
Congratulations on using your eyeballs to watch my cartoon. I drew it in 1 week. 2010 was a rough year. If you want to plunge yourself into a Descartian nightmare, feel free to explore my other videos. Finally got that shit done. Now to draw a mountain of secret pornography.